Money, money, money. It's a rich man's world. I feel incredibly wealthy today. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. And this is my outdoor training area, K-Man's outdoor training area. I've created a golf course. Life is amazing. I feel like a billionaire. Money is an interesting topic, isn't it? Because it's something that we can't live without. It's something that people get stressed about. It's something that there's lots of controversy and contradicting information about. But could it be really simple? And I'm very privileged that from a very young age, I've been able to create money. When I share create money, I don't make my own money. I don't have a printing press. I was taught from a very young age that if you add value to the world, the way the world pays you back for that is with money. And we live in a Western world where money seems to be the transactional stuff that we use. So you do this for me and I'll give you money. So I learned that if I add value to my world, if I do more than is expected, if I arrive early, if I stay late, if I go the extra mile, then that is worth more money than if I arrive late and leave early and be a pain in somebody's backside. So can you earn more money? And of course the answer is yes. But then when you've got money, and this is where I got caught up, because I earned lots of money. From the age of 10, I started earning a lot of money. I'm talking $200-300 a day. When I was 10 years of age, I worked at the markets in Melbourne on a Sparkle Day Sunday and earned a lot of money. But nobody taught me, hello Mr. B, woohoo, see it's a beautiful day, so the bees are out as well, as the sunshine, just gorgeous. I was never taught how to look after my money. So I had money, but I spent it. And if you spend it, you can't use it for later on. So yes, you need to add value to the world. Yes, the world will give you money if you add value to the world. But then what do you do with it? And there's a very simple philosophy, which I learned a little bit too later on in life, is spend less than you earn. And then you'll have some left over. And then what do you do with it? And there's all different things that you can do with your money. I get that as well. But one of the things about Romax is I would love you to have financial freedom, which means you can live without having to work. That's why the plane is little plane crop dusting today. I think because it's such a beautiful day, they want to get out and see the beautiful countryside because it's sunny. Woohoo! Me too. So if you want to be financially free, so you don't have to work if you don't want to, and that's the really exciting thing, because most people go to work to earn money because they have to, not because they want to. There's a very small percentage of people in the world where they are living off the income of the money that they've already earned and invested. So everything that they do every day is what they want to do. They don't have to go to work if they don't want to. Now, a lot of people share with me, well, I wouldn't go to work. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't go to work. I've got a sneaking suspicion, and I'll just ask the question, is it possible that you could get bored? If you just had nothing to do all the time and you had no purpose, is it possible that life wouldn't be that exciting? And there's two reasons I know the answer to that. Number one, the psychologists and psychiatrists, neuroscientists will share with us that people without a purpose end up being depressed. They don't want to get up because they've got no reason to get up. You need to have a purpose. And then people who retire, so they're not working anymore and they don't have to work because they've got financial security. Unfortunately, the death rate, the fastness of a death rate after you retire is quite phenomenal. People think I'm going to retire and have this great life, but they end up being really bored because they don't have a purpose, and they end up dying early, or they end up being really bored and not loving their life, which of course for me sounds like being dead anyway. So the question is, what would you do if you didn't have to go to work for the money? And maybe that's how to make money. And this is the really important question for today. Because most people get a job, a lousy, stinking, rotten job, to pay their lousy, stinking, rotten bills. And surely that's not a way to live. Is it possible that if you do what you love to do, then you're doing it for a reason, you're doing it for a purpose, which then means you want to get better at it, which means you add more value to the world, which means you earn more money? And that's the really interesting sweet spot that I always chat about. And I think it's the fundamental philosophy of life. Isn't that deep and meaningful? If I'm doing what I'm passionate about, I love it. It means I want to get up because I've got a purpose. Number 2, I'm wanting to get better at it every day because I love it. So I'm training, educating, learning, studying, and I don't have to, I want to, because I love what I'm doing. And then because I love what I'm doing and I'm passionate about it and I'm really good at it, I then add value to other people's lives. Hello, Bentley, here's my puppy dog. So if you want to be wealthy, the fundamental goes like this. Do something that you love. Keep getting better at it and add massive value to the world. And if you live in that sweet spot, then finances, money, making money becomes a very simple process. People say to me, Rowie, how can you make money? I'll ask again, if you're doing something that you really love and you keep getting better at it and you're adding massive value to the world, is it possible that your business will be successful, your life will be successful? And of course the answer is yes. So Romax is all about being healthy, fit and strong, which for me that is wealth. Because what's the point of being wealthy if you don't have a body to enjoy it? What's the point of having a whole stack of money if you can't go out and I'll use the plane today. What's the point of having a private plane if you can't fit in? That's only a little plane. If you're an overweight person, you can't even go in that little plane because your body's too heavy. And I share that as an example because a lot of people waste their health to get their wealth, and then they have to use all of their wealth or to try and get healthy again. And I think that's really sad. If you are healthy, if you're fit and you're strong, then surely that means you have the best wealth creation program in the world. The next part is to do something that you love, of course. That's what Romax is about. Have a career or business that you love. Not a job to pay your lousy, stinking, rotten bills, because that's no reason to get up. I get that. Wealth creation is simple. Spend less than you earn and invest wisely. And there's lots of information about how to invest wisely. I just didn't learn that when I was a teenager, and I didn't learn that in the early part of my life. And there's this thing called compound interest, which I wish everybody learnt in school. I certainly didn't learn it in school. Wave at the plane again. Hello? See, they're having a beautiful day, and it's a private plane because they keep taking on and off from here. What a beautiful way to get around in your own plane, and that comes from being financially free. I just think what's particularly the way we have to travel in the world now with all the different security checks and all the medical challenges, etc., etc. Wouldn't it be nice to have a private plane? And I ask that because is it possible? Of course, because are there hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of private planes in the world? Of course. So you just have to work out a way to be able to do that. Financial freedom is different for everybody, and I always use the example. Some people need $500 a week, some people need $5,000, some people need $50,000, and some people need $5 million. Your wealth creation program, your feeling of financial freedom and security is very personal. So maybe that's a great question to ask. What does being financially free look like and feel like for me? And then work backwards from there, which is do something that you love, get better and better at it every day and add massive value to the world. And then, of course, you can have the financial freedom that you want. And then the wealthiest thing of all, of course, when my puppy dog's just barked, is to have great people in your life. What's the point of having a big stack of money, being financially free, being wealthy, if you don't have anybody to share it with? What's the point of being able to travel the world if you have to do it by yourself because you don't have great people in your life? What's the point of having financial freedom and a beautiful home and a great car and a lovely life if you're living on your own? And I'll rephrase that a little bit. I think I've just had an epiphany moment. I can do that. I love being on my own. I'm the person that never gets lonely. But it is very special to have K-Man in my life to be able to share it with him. So maybe we need to consider that wealthy is that we love who we are, we respect ourselves, and that would give us a driving force to do all the other things that we need to do. Then the people that come into our life are added value to our life, not our reason for living. And it's lovely to have, I get it, it's awesome to have great people, but what if they're not there? What if they let you down? What if they disappoint you? What if they leave? What if they die? Does that mean that you can't be happy? And of course, the answer is no. If you love who you are, you respect yourself, surely that is the ultimate in wealth. Because if you love who you are and you respect yourself, is it more likely that you would want to be financially free? Is it more likely that you want to have a career or business that you love? Is it more likely that you'd want to be healthy? And that's why Romax is here, because those four things together, for me, create living life to the max. A healthy, fit, strong life is being wealthy. Having a career or business that you love, that's awesome. That's a purpose to get up every day. And the psychiatrist will tell us that is being wealthy. Being financially free is the easy part of all of those, and having great people in your life, surely that is the ultimate living life to the max, where all of those things come together. So have a life, and here's a question. Would it be easier to wake up every day happy and excited about living if you have a healthy, fit, strong body, if you have a career or business that you love, if you are financially free, and if you have great people in your life? That's why I rock up here every day. My name's Rowie. Thank you for coming to Romax. And wouldn't it be nice if we could set or be the living example for all of those things, so our kids could see that it is possible to be healthy, fit and strong, to have a career or business that you love, to be financially free, and that you can have beautiful people in your life, because when you respect yourself, you wouldn't have nasty, negative people. May you be living your life to the max. Look at this. This is pretty maxful, I think. Woohoo! Maximum wellness today. Sunshine, snow, fresh air. I love my life. Woohoo!